Hey, what's up? Last year we posted a video about smartphone gimbal called Hohem iSteady X. Now we have the next generation of this gimbal, and it is called iSteady X2. It has the same affordable price, only $69, but there are some new features, such as iSteady 4.0 anti-shake algorithm system, wireless remote control, 3-axis stabilization, face tracking, and others. Let's do unboxing and full review of the new Hohem iSteady X2 smartphone gimbal. On the box of iSteady X2, we can see its main features. I am talking about remote control. The first generation of this phone gimbal doesn't have remote control. On the side face we can read about other features of iSteady X2, such as foldable design, 3-axis stabilization, remote control, face tracking 3.0, and others. Inside the box we have a smartphone gimbal, remote control, mini tripod, charging cable, storage pouch, wrist strap and user manual. You know, the new iSteady X2 smartphone gimbal has the same design as the previous version. I don't see any differences between them. If you have the first generation of Hohem iSteady X, then you may confuse it with the new iSteady X2. Even the colors and materials of the phone gimbals are the same. One of the main features of this smartphone gimbal is folding design. Its dimensions in folded state are only 180 by 75 by 35 mm. The weight is 249 grams. You can also screw the tripod to the bottom of the phone gimbal. The phone clamp is very tight. By the way, you can use the smartphones up to 11 mm thick, up to 90 mm width, and up to 280 grams weight. Then we can see zoom slider on the left side. USB Type-C charging port is on the right. On the front of the handle there is a joystick, shutter button, power on-off, and function button. There is also battery indicator and Bluetooth light above the joystick. The remote control is a new feature of iSteady X2 phone gimbal. It is very small and lightweight. I think it is better to attach the strap to remote control, because it can be lost. There is a power switch at the top of remote control. Then we can press on the shutter button, function button, M button, and navigation buttons. You know, the remote control can be very useful when the phone gimbal is on the tripod. You can change the gimbal modes, start video recording, etc. using a remote control. Okay, now let's talk about activation of iSteady X2 smartphone gimbal. Before using a new phone gimbal, you need to unfold it, screw up the knob, and turn the Hohem logo upward. After that, put your smartphone in the middle of the clamp. Now you can long press the function button to power on the gimbal. The next step is to activate a phone gimbal. For that, you need to install Hohem App on your smartphone. After the Bluetooth is connected and activation prompt box will pop up, just click on Confirm to complete the activation. That's all. Since we have already installed the app, let's take a look at its functions. In the app we can choose a shooting mode, slow motion, time-lapse, photo, video, and moment. There are also different filters and gesture control function on the right side of the app. On the left side we can see the icons to return home, turn on/off flashlight, change the front and rear cameras, face and object tracking, as well as the settings menu. In the settings menu we have camera settings and gimbal settings. First we can change a video resolution, photo size, timer, grid, zoom speed, and professional mode. In the gimbal settings, there is a working mode, follow speed, motor response, roll auto rotation, left and right joystick, and many other options. Finally, there is another menu with device name, serial number, firmware version, and Bluetooth version of the phone gimbal. Now I want to tell you about the button functions. First, you can long press the function button to power on/off a gimbal. A single press on this button changes landscape and portrait modes. You can also double press on the function button to recenter the gimbal, and a triple press to Inception. If you want to pair a remote control with smartphone gimbal, then press this button 7 times. You know, a shutter button also has a few functions. A single press on this button take a photo or start a video recording. A double press switches between photo and video modes. You can also triple press the button to switch a front and rear cameras. As already said, there is a zoom slider on the left side of the handle. You can push up to zoom in and push down to zoom out. Finally, let's talk about joystick. You can press up-down to control the tilt and press left or right to control the pan. By the way, you can also change the working mode of the gimbal by these buttons. A single press and hold shutter button and power button activates pan tilt follow mode. A double tap activates pan follow mode. And triple press all lock mode. The last mode is POV, and you need to press both buttons 4 times. Before a video test, I want to tell you about battery of Hohem iSteady X2. The new phone gimbal is equipped with a 2800 mAh battery capacity. The battery life on a single charge is about 10 hours. By the way, a new feature of this phone gimbal is emergency charging. There is two-way charging support, so you can use a phone gimbal to charge other mobile devices. Do you think it is a useful feature? Write in the comments below. First, I want to show you the face tracking mode on Hohem iSteady X2. It is one of the most useful functions on the phone gimbals. As you can see, it works very well on this smartphone gimbal. There is also slow motion mode and time-lapse mode in Hohem App. Hohem iSteady X2 supports gesture control. You can make a V gesture or high five to take a photo or start video recording. Another feature of Hohem smartphone gimbals is a moment. The moment is the menu in the app with video templates, such as Inception, Dolly zoom, fantastic rotation and others. You can shoot really cool videos. The new Hohem iSteady X2 smartphone gimbal looks very similar to the previous version. However, there are some improvements. For example, remote control. I think a remote control is very useful when a phone gimbal is installed on the tripod. Another new feature is two-way charging. You can use USB Type-C port on the gimbal to charge other mobile devices. It means that the phone gimbal can be used as a power bank. The other features of iSteady X2 are about the same as the first generation of the phone gimbal. However, they are still very good, such as 3-axis stabilization, face tracking, gesture control, and video templates in Hohem App. The price of this smartphone gimbal is only $69. Thank you for watching. See you soon.